So, my weapons proficiency ticket has been revoked by firearms command, following the incident we're going to be watching in this video today. Now, what that means is for the next 2 weeks, I cannot use a taser or a pistol on patrol, and even after the 2 weeks, I've got to go through and redo my weapons proficiency testing, which is not something I'm particularly looking forward to be honest, especially with my busy schedule right now, but it's one of those things. So, I'm a little annoyed because it doesn't feel like I was given my opportunity to have my say and defend my actions before the decision was made. I got to speak to my inspector about it, and I'm not going to receive any formal warning points or anything like that. But Firearms Command didn't come and approach me about it, other than to say the day after that my firearms ticket is being revoked for 2 weeks. Which, like I said, I'm a little bit annoyed about that. It would have been nice to have my say and argue my case, because personally, I still don't think I did anything wrong in the situation. But it's one of those things. It's happened. There's no mechanism that I know for me to appeal it at the moment, so I'm just gonna have to live with it, really. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys the whole situation here. I have cut a little bit out in between where we've just been transporting, or it's just been going to hospital, that sort of things, just for the experience of the video, because it was quite a long situation. So we're going through that, and at the very end, I'm going to be going back to the actual incident that's led me to have my firearms ticket be revoked. I'll be breaking down for you and explaining my rationale and what was going through my head at the time. So let me know what you think in the description below. Let me know what you think of my decision making, and do you think I made the right call? Do you think I should have done something differently? Like I said, let us know and I'll speak to you at the end of the video. Alrighty.
So it will be like a stop and search, traffic stop and search vehicle, search person.
Alrighty. Well, I thought we might have found you a traffic stop.
Oh, Page Adams in the front in the jeep is marked firearms, failed to stop.
We go around. Have you done pursuit commentary yet?
I've seen one, but I have not taken one.
Right, driver, jump out for us. I said driver, not passenger.
Shots fired by police tractor.
Come on, driver, jump out. What are these guys doing?
Again, shots fired?
Shots fired by police
Right, walk over to the pavement for us.
Going crazy.
Right, received.
No further assistance needed.
Go, mate, this is your traffic stop.
Okay.
Vehicle failed to stop heading westbound on Capitol Boulevard, moving to Freak 2 for comms.
Zulu 9 and Freak.
He's taking a left now heading south on Poplar Street. Vehicle is a black Grand Jeep Cherokee. Speed is approximately 100 miles an hour. Risk is moderate at this time. Continues south on Poplar Street through red ATS. Still continues south on Poplar 8. It's just passing Trucking Depot, gone straight on, past Trucking Depot. Now heading south on Buccaneer Way.
Is he heading into the docks?
Yes, he's rolled. Vehicle is still functioning. It's reset. Now wrong side, heading northbound back towards the Trucking Depot on Buccaneer Way.
If we have to get update failure stop when possible, would be appreciated. Ta.
Failed stop is active. Continue north now on Poplar Street. Speed is in excess of 100 miles an hour. Risk is moderate. Traffic is light. Weather is dry. Still northbound. He's reset. Now heading southbound on Innocence Boulevard, Poplar Street.
Zulu 9 secondary.
Continue southbound on Poplar Street. Failed stop is active at this time. Just made contact with a local vehicle. Risk still moderate. It's a off. He's taken right onto the train tracks. Followed by immediate left in the docks area, south on Abattoir Avenue.
Judge 57 on freight.
He's continuing westbound on Abattoir Avenue at this time. He's into a hangar, left towards the ship. Passing the submarine, shots fired by locals, shots fired by locals. This looks like some go off the edge. Block him in. Try block the entrances.
You've got a quick fail to stop here, gun. Cheers, mate.
The locals are shooting at the track, or not us.
Block the entrances.
Alpha, what vehicle's in?
He's
Jeep
inside
Trackhawk.
me. He's inside the hangar that we were just by, Kilo.
This is running.
We're going to decamp to this heli.
Do you need any further assistance?
Papa 1-1, I don't believe so. We got
Police, get out!
No worries, heading back to the free point.
Taking off in a heli. One dived out. He's going down.
Can we get MPO? They're all out in the water. Can we get marine units in the water, please?
Alpha 1, yeah, I'm going to put on a white suit now.
Don't fires in the water.
Be advised they're swimming towards the other side of the docks. Trojan unit, can we get you to the other side, please?
Me received. Alpha 1, I'm in war.
Yeah, we'll go around to the other side as well.
I've temporarily lost eyes this time. They were last seen in the water swimming.
Doing the fires on 2 of them.
Saved.
Continuing west towards the other pier. I've lost eyes on one now. One went to the end of the pier, one went back towards sort of the main part of the pier.
Are the binoculars out? Mate, will you go to Freak 1 and see if you can get any MPO units up here, please?
On my way.
One's gone around the end of the pier.
Alpha 1, am I free to try and punch him out, or is we just chasing for now?
You can try punching him. Just bear in mind it could severely injure him. It might drown then. So use your NDM.
During the fire's running out of energy, I'm going to be heading back to the shore.
Received. I've requested my probe go to frequency and get a boat out from somewhere.
Alpha 1, he's got an.
Come towards the shore.
Update on panic.
Knife on officer in water. Carlo?
I'm doing panic.
Yeah, I think Carlo's been stabbed in the water. I've got eyes on the one.
Sound.
We're over the other side of the water.
1.4 out.
Be advised, one's out of the water now on the shore, I believe. Or is that the Trojan unit?
That's me.
No worries. Be advised on the guy that stabbed Carlo.
I did. I think he's dived now. There's a big old yacht here. I don't have eyes on Carlo.
Received. Can anyone get a boat out?
Got eyes on him again. He's north of the yacht.
Might have someone on Freak 1 who can get a boat out.
Right, Oscar 2, I'll go get a boat out because they might not get here in time. Just try to maintain eyes.
Lost eyes, lost eyes. I'm going to try and recover Kylo.
Oh, that's fine. Just means I can focus on driving.
I'm
that
gonna
way,
pop a
so
6-1. I can disregard that minute of silence. I've found Kylo.
Brilliant. Ah, that's something good at least. How's that Sims episode's like? Oscar 2, situation on panic.
I've
Stop
got
even.
a stop with 3 suspects here, mate. I need to back up here.
I believe they return back to their car, Abraham.
Oscar 2 is state 5.
Yeah, during the 5-7 traffic, I'm about half a mile away.
What are we going to do that?
The Astrobe's still there, yeah?
Need someone here now, please. On this other stop.
Yes, we're en route. The time is 18:12. I'm rising low speed TC due to the risk posed. Which direction they're heading?
Stopped. 3 suspects in the vehicle. I need hands here.
Yes, we're 500 feet out.
Armed police out of the vehicle.
What are you doing?
Alright. Why?
Driver,
Not sure we need guns
step
out, lads.
Hands up. Face away from us.
Alright, it's quite threatening pointing guns at me, like, I don't know what's happening.
I know.
Out of the vehicle now, mate.
Quite clear. Driver, step out now.
Officer,
Come on, mate.
it's
You've got
against the
3
law.
armed
Can you
officers
shoot
aimed
me?
straight at you. Step right out now.
No, you cannot shoot me. It's against the law. Oh, I'm complying with you. You cannot shoot me, officer.
Please don't. I don't know what I've done.
I know. We're just scared.
What have we done?
We scared.
Thomas, approach the driver's side. Drag him out.
What have we done?
Final chance. Step out of the vehicle or we will drag you out.
Oh.
Okay.
What are you shooting?
Whoa,
mate.
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
getting out, mate. Fuck. What the fuck? Help! Help!
Well, that turned to shit.
Oh my god. What the fuck was that? I'm moving. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Oh, that went to shit pretty quick.
I can't get out of the vehicle, mate. Dangerous people. Go away. Go away. Stop aiming at me.
If you want to shoot people, go to the shooting range.
Step out of the car.
Oh, that's better. Oh,
What
that's
the
better.
Fuck?
Oh, well, fucking. Sorry, boys, wrong vehicle.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me. I don't trust you. Don't come
Just
near
keep
me.
your hands up, don't.
My hands are up. Don't come near me. I don't trust you.
Is it the same guys? I think it very well might be. I've actually
What happened to my car?
I don't think I've done it again, haven't I? I've got my stream going,
Wait,
but
were
I'm
you the
not
first
actually
officer here, then?
recording it.
Yeah, we were in the car, mate.
Right,
You
do you want
shoot
to deal
my
with these
friend.
then? Because I'm
You shoot my
Kinda
friend.
frustrating
You get rid of
because-
my car.
I'd love to use this as a
Right,
video
face away, please,
later.
mate.
keep medical attention.
Lads,
Don't
just
come
detain
near me.
him.
Don't come near
Find
me.
out
Let's
Don't
get
come
that
near
going,
me.
mate.
Don't come near me.
Don't come near
Don't
me,
come
mate.
near me.
Oh,
Right,
Your
Shot
hands up,
my
face
friend
away.
for no reason. No,
Nice and easy, lads.
no. I want
Okay.
a medic. I want someone to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's-
Don't come near me. Don't come.
Face away, please,
I
guys.
Your
don't
hands
trust you. You shot
I'm
me.
Hands up,
facing
hands
away.
up.
I'm
Oh, didn't shoot anyone.
Hands up. Hands
Stick
up
your
now.
My hands are up, but do not come near me. My hands are up. Don't come near me.
Stay still.
I'm staying. Nope. Don't come near me.
No,
Don't
it-
come
Okay,
near me.
they will lead in his under
Good
control.
time over here. Don't come near me.
I know I
Don't
can, but
come
the
near
problem
me.
is if I do
Don't
that, it's
come
got
near
all
me.
my overlays and stuff on it, and
Don't
if
come-
I'm doing
don't
it for my
take me. I'm
YouTube
not
stuff, I
doing
don't like
anything
having the
wrong.
overlays on.
I'm just going to detain you now.
Can
Okay?
you
Yeah,
shot my
because
friend?
these guys
Right,
obviously
right,
aren't trying to get into the police vehicle
Go
either.
away. Go away.
Have we got medics on
Please
the
don't
way?
tase me.
Your hands up.
Last chance, mate. You are
Please,
going to
tase me.
no, please.
Last
please.
chance, mate. Last
Please,
chance.
please.
Last chance for
Enough
what?
chances.
I don't trust you.
Put your hands up and face away
You
from
shot
me.
my friend for no reason.
Back up.
Why?
Stop!
What? Fucking hell.
Oh.
Yeah, multiple officers down,
Yeah, 'cause
multiple
that
officers
wasn't
down. They
gonna
need all
happen.
police here now, please.
They gave far too much chance to. They should just.
Notified by the police.
Copy that. It's just because they've been there for quite a while since we arrived, so.
You could just leave out a solicitor bit if you
Yeah,
want.
they said that they
All right.
lived
Do you want to follow me?
just
We'll go
by
to
Sandy
we'll go
Shores.
to
We just
interview
sat
room.
here
We can have a
waiting for
chat.
friend.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Admiring the view.
Zulu 1 State 6, LA shop alarm.
Past 7-1's going to be de-standing from the Mount Chiliad shop alarm and heading to Recent shop alarm.
From Papa 1-1, we're going to head back to the shop alarm by Leo is all skill.
Oscar 2 going to be an off frequency and interview.
Zulu 1, the latest shop alarm is clear.
Okay, mate. Let's just let me just put the DVR on. Yeah, it can take some time, but I actually quite enjoy it. It's quite realistic. The time is 18:05 on the 17th of August 2021, and we're in interview room 2 at Mission Row Police Station. I'm Police Sergeant 134 Avian Solar, based at Mission Row Police Station, currently attached to recruitment and development. With me is Thomas. Your name?
Yes, sir.
Your name, rank, and call number, please.
Police Provisional Constable Thomas Gavana, batch number 7618.
Today we're going to be interviewing. Your name, sir, for the record?
Bailey Davis.
Okay, Mrs. Davis. Today you've been placed under arrest for Section 18, grievous bodily harm, assault with intent to resist arrest, and possession of a blade article in a public place. Before I can discuss this with you, I do have to caution you. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm defence if you do not mention when questioned something that you later on in court. And if you do say, make good evidence, just send what I've said to you.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? So start with the black Jeep Cherokee. So talk to me about that.
So, when me and two of my friends was driving around.
One sec.
Sorry, can you still hear me?
Turn up, come there now.
Just 1 second. Right, guys, would you mind whispering, please? Sorry, where were we?
Right, so me and two of my friends were driving around in a car that we modified off of the streets. And then we saw there was a lot of police cars down at the docks. So, out of curiosity, we drove down to the docks. When we arrived at the docks, there was a blacked out Jeep. I believe it were a Trackhawk. And that's as far as I know about that Jeep.
Okay, so were you in the Jeep at any point?
No, I was not.
Okie dokie. So now let's talk about what happened after that. So what vehicle were you in then?
I was in the hot pink 4-door vehicle. Not sure what model it was.
The hot pink 4-door vehicle. Okie dokie. So obviously you're saying you're in that vehicle. What happened while you were in that vehicle?
We then got followed out of the area by a police car. They was aiming combat pistols at us, or Glocks, whatever they was. I'm not sure what they are. Just aiming pistols at us, telling us to get out of the vehicle with our hands up. So we sit there with our hands up in confusion of what's going on. Then more police turn up to the situation with SMGs, assault rifles, etc., telling us to get out of the vehicle. So the driver then proceeds to get out of the vehicle, and due to the amount of weapons, it scares the locals. The locals start ramming vehicles, and as my friend got rammed by a vehicle, he was shot by the police. Then some police got injured, and the ones that didn't was trying to get me and my friend out the vehicle. They then impounded the vehicle that me and my friend was in, and was asking us to put our hands up so they could detain us. But out of anger of our friend getting shot, we then pulled out blades and proceeded to stab the officers trying to arrest us.
Okie dokie. So you said it was quite clear that officers gave you commands to step out of the vehicle with your hands up. Why did you feel it was a good idea not to follow those commands?
Oh, we did follow the commands. The driver stepped out of the vehicle, but as he stepped out of the vehicle, the locals started
You
in
should,
our car.
because on reviewing the body cam, the driver actually put the vehicle into reverse, which is why officers opened fire.
I believe the vehicle may have been in the wrong gear, and the driver may have stepped on the pedals. I'm not sure, but he did get out of the vehicle. And at that point, he may have got shot, but he was quite injured. After he got out of the vehicle is when he was with bullets.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm just making a note of this.
Okay.
What I'm doing is, I'm actually making a note. What I'm doing is, I'm actually reviewing the body-worn footage at the moment. My Twitch highlight, just so I can see if I identify him, get out of the vehicle. But unfortunately, it doesn't. Doesn't look like a car. I'm just trying to find the bit where they all decamp by the ocean, because I got a really good view just before they got on the helicopter. There we go. Thank you very much for following, mate. It's much appreciated. So I found the moment. Let's just see if I can. Chromosomes, thank you for following, mate. Honestly, mate, it's appreciated. Right, so I'm at the point now in the VOD. See if I can just get. See, what I need to do is I need to get a good shot of his, let's say, like tattoos and stuff. See if I can. So, do I just stand up and show me that tattoo on your arm, please, mate?
Sure.
Thank you. Just making note. It's quite a distinctive tattoo, that really, isn't it? What does it say? It's a rose by the looks of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe it's a rose sleeve tattoo sort of thing.
Let's see. Can we see a rose? Can we see a rose on the body wall? It's taken me a couple of attempts to try and get it, because unfortunately, when you pause your video on the video, it darkens the screen. So, and that darkening actually makes it impossible to distinguish the tattoos on the video. So I'm just trying to establish if I can get a decent one. So annoying. Quality, it's the highest quality. I've already got that on. Let's go to advanced video sets. Nope. Come on, where is it? Speed, advanced. I mean, it's trying his best. Like I said, at the moment, I'm looking through my body one, see if I can get a decent image of that tattoo, because I'm pretty sure. Okie dokie, mate. Do you still have your phone on you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, okay. What I'm going to do is where I can text you an image, just so I can have you look at it and see if you can identify this image. See if you might know who the person is. What's your number on it?
It's 675 2205.
675-2275. 675-2275. That the right one?
No.
Okay.
It's 675 2205.
675-2205. 6. Is that the one?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, I don't appear to be able to send that image. It's no worries. So if you want to have another seat.
Okay.
So right, mate. So you thought you were a bit angry about what happened with your friends being stabbed. Obviously, you know it's a reasonable. Sorry, your friend being shot. It's a reasonable response there, but did you not think it'd be a good idea to comply with the taser? The officers pointing tasers at you.
Yeah, but they were the same officers, or one of them were the same officer that shot him. So I was very angry at him.
Actually, it wasn't. I was the officer that shot the driver.
Well, both times.
I wasn't aware there was both times. I was the one who initially shot him.
He was shot twice.
Ah, interesting.
He was shot once when the vehicle was in the wrong gear, and the second time when he stepped out of the vehicle.
Okay, mate. So, what was your intention when you were trying to stab the officers? What did you intend to do?
I was intending to, one, obviously, get myself out of.
Thank you for following me, Wiz. It's
being
very much
arrested,
appreciated.
and two, I was wanting to stab the officer who shot my friend.
Oh, so you did intend to cause him serious injury then, didn't you, really?
Yeah, you could say so.
I mean, what other possibilities is there when you stab someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okie dokie, mate. The time by my watch is 23:54, and what's going to happen is I intend to consult with the Crown Prosecutor's Service today and report you for the question of prosecution for the offence of attempt Section 18, grievous bodily harm, possession of an offensive weapon in a public place, and assault with intent to resist arrest. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm the defence if you do not mention now something you later on in court. And if you do say, may give evidence. Do you have anything more to say in your defence?
No.
Okay. The time is 0012 on the 17th of August 2021. I'm concluding this interview. So, as promised, I'm now going to break down this incident step by step, run through what my decision-making process was throughout the incident, and I'll display the text information on screen about the information I received and my full NDM, and I'll also discuss with you various points to run through what I'm thinking at each stage.
3 suspects in the vehicle. I need hands here.
Yes, we're 500 feet out. So, the first iteration of the NDM is when we're rolling up to the scene. So, the information I've received, there are 3 suspects in the vehicle. They're suspected to be involved in the stabbing of Police Constable Kyler. One officer is already on scene, and I arrive. It's me and a police probation constable, and there is a third CID officer coming in soon after me. Risks involved that these 3 individuals are suspected to be armed and have already stabbed an officer in an attempt to resist arrest and evade capture. They've also drove dangerously and failed to stop for the police. They're in a vehicle, and that vehicle could be used to cause serious injury to any officers should it be used as a weapon. P. Powers. So I've got powers to use force under common law, Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act, and Section 117 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. I have a power under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to perform a stop and search on individuals that I've got reasonable grounds to suspect are carrying offensive weapons, and I've got a power under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to arrest any individual I've got reasonable grounds has committed an offence and it's necessary to arrest them. So, as I'm rocking up, what am I thinking? What are my options? Well, first option is I go in there, I block their vehicle in, I approach unarmed or with a baton drawn. Now, I don't foresee this as a viable option, as the suspect of stabbing people. I do not want to get that close to them if I can avoid it. Option 2, I show up, block the road, I draw my taser, and that way I can approach them from a distance and do a taser red dot challenge. Once again, it blocks the vehicle in, reduces their ability to escape, and it gives me that safe distance. However, on approach scene, you can see there are 2 suspects are on the left-hand side, as I see it, so they're right-hand side of the vehicle, and where I will be, that means if they both got out and decided to rush me at the same time, my taser wouldn't be effective because I'd only be able to get one of them. I haven't patrolled with this probationary constable before. I'm not sure what his use of force is like, so as such, I could be at risk there, as the officer on the other side of the vehicle would not be able to get a clean shot due to their vehicle being in the way, my vehicle being in the way, and the possibility of missing the suspect and hitting either me or the probationary constable. Third option is I show up, I put my vehicle into a fend-off position, I get behind my vehicle to use that as cover, and I draw my service weapon. This is the option I decide to go for. Because of the things mentioned before, there are 3 of them in the vehicle, 2 of them are on my side, so if they do both get out and decide to rush me, I do stand a chance of being able to defend myself, and I will have a clean shot with no obstructions. They are suspected to be carrying weapons, and they are suspected to have already stabbed an officer to resist arrest. So, I'd act and review. So, I'd acted out my third option, as you can see in the video. In hindsight, I do think it was the right call still. All things considered, I believe that was the right option, as it allowed me to protect the officers to the best of my ability, as well as reduce the risk to civilians.
Armed police out of the vehicle.
What are you doing?
Alright. Why?
Driver,
Not sure we need guns
step
out, lads.
Hands up, face away from us.
Alright, it's quite threatening pointing guns at me, like, I don't know what's happening.
I know.
Out of the vehicle now, mate.
Quite clear. Driver, step out now.
Officer,
Come on, mate. You've got 3 armed officers aimed straight at you. Step right out now.
No, you cannot shoot me. It's against the law. Oh, I'm complying with you. You cannot shoot me, officer.
Please don't. I don't know what I've done.
I know. We're just scared.
So, for the next iteration of the NDM, we've got the 3 suspects that are still in the vehicle. They're refusing to get out of it, saying they're scared. The engine of the vehicle is still running, and their hands are up. What are the risks here? Well, the engine's still on, so the driver could quite easily put his foot on the accelerator, plough straight into my vehicle, put his foot on the reverse, plough straight into the vehicle behind him, and cause serious injury to any of the officers there. Could then lead to a pursuit, in which case the suspects, as well as members of the public and other officers, are at risk. The powers remain the same as before. I've got use of force powers, I've powers to stop search, and I also have powers to arrest the individuals. So what options do I have? Well, we can just stand there and keep shouting commands at them, maybe tell them to turn the engine off. I could lower my weapon off the suspects. I decide not to do this because if I lower my weapon, what's say they don't see that as the opportunity to make the move and just try dash straight out of there now that they've got an opportunity. I could switch to my taser, but fortunately they're in a bit like before. There's two people on my side. They're in the vehicle as well, so I cannot tase them because the glass would be in the way. I could approach the vehicle, draw my baton, smash the window and drag the driver out, so that way he cannot use the vehicle, he cannot accelerate, and he can't try to get away. Now, I do decide to do this last one. However, instead of me approaching, I decide to ask the probationary constable to do it. That way I can still keep the driver covered as well as the passengers covered, and that way he can approach and he's got me and the other officer at the other side covering him in case they do try something. Hindsight, once again, maybe I should have considered lowering my weapon. Maybe I should have considered asking them to switch the engine off before moving to drag them out. However, it was a very quick action situation, and like I said, these guys are suspected of being involved in the attempted murder of a police officer to resist arrest already. So I wanted to keep them covered. I wanted to make sure the probation constable was safe. I wanted to get them out of the vehicle as quick as I could, so get them detained, and that way all officers are at less risk.
We scared
Thomas, approach the driver's side, drag him out.
What have we done?
Final chance, step out of the vehicle or we will drag you out. So let's run the iteration another time. So I've given a final warning to this driver to step out of the vehicle before the probation constable actually breaks the window and drags him out. The driver's still shown no compliance with this, and in fact he's up the level. He's gone from passive resistance to active resistance now, and he's put his vehicle right hand down and reversed, actually striking the probationary police constable in the process with the vehicle, causing him to stumble back. This constitutes a battery, and as such he has assaulted a police officer with the intent to resist arrest at this point. And let's face it, a vehicle is a potentially deadly weapon when used as such. It's a one-ton vehicle. If you rammed into him, he could have quite easily caused serious injury to that officer. So, powers and procedures. I do have powers under use of force, common law to defend myself, defend others, and protect property. I've got powers under section 117 of PACE to allow me to use force when exercising any of the powers under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, such as a traffic stop like we're on now, such as a stop and search or the arrest that is likely to follow this. And let's look at procedure. Let's look at use of force procedure and plan. So, use of force has to be proportionate. Do I think using force in this situation would be proportionate? Well, he's just struck an officer with a potentially deadly weapon in an attempt to get arrested. So I think lethal force in this situation is proportionate to protect the officer. Legality, as I've discussed in legislation, I've got powers under common law and section 117 of PACE to back me up on this. Accountable, obviously I'm going to be accountable for this. I'm making a decision to use force and necessary. Is the use of force going to be necessary? Well, we've tried giving them multiple attempts to be compliant. We've given them multiple warnings, multiple chances to get out of the vehicle, and even told them that it's the final warning for them to step out of the vehicle before force is used. Meaning, in my opinion, force wasn't necessary in this instance. What would be my options? Well, I could do nothing. I could continue to issue verbal commands, but the driver's so far given both passive and now active resistance to verbal commands, or I could open fire on the driver. And this is the option that you can see I chose. And looking back at it, as I've already discussed, I went through my plan, and I do believe, based on plan and the powers available to me, that it was the right decision. Under avant-garde as well, I am allowed to use force to protect life and limb, and like I said, I do believe that this driver, should I not have acted, would have caused serious injury to my colleague there, as well as serious damage to any property should he be allowed to make off and flee from the officers.
What are you shooting?
And this is the final iteration of my MDM, so we can see the driver's come to a halt. He's stepped out of the vehicle and placed his hands up. Now, the risk involved is severely diminished at this point. He's out of the vehicle, he's now complying with us, his hands are in the air. So, powers wise, we've still got use of force powers to approach him and use force such as handcuffs and arrest him. It would no longer be proportionate for me to use lethal force, as the risk has significantly diminished. My legislation behind it, I no longer believe it would be legal for me to use force, and it's not necessary for me to do so either. So as such, I hold fire when he's out of the vehicle, but I do keep the firearm trained on him just in case he does try to do something such as pull a knife, being as I have the probation police constable so close to him, and I also believe I'm out of taser range at this point.
Whoa, getting out of me.
So, I'm aware this has been a bit of a long video. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Like I said, what do you think about the breakdown? What's your opinion about my actions? Should I have done something differently? Like I said, I acknowledge that maybe I should have asked him to turn the engine off before I asked the probation constable to approach. But other than that, I'm not sure. I think I made quite a lot of the right decisions there in the time. You've got to remember, it was a very quick-paced situation, and there was a lot of things to consider. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Was I justified? Wasn't I? The big issue for me, and the thing that's got me a bit wound up about this, is, like I said, I do not feel like I was given the chance to defend myself or explain my decisions. But, you know, it's one of those things. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you think. If you do enjoy my videos, please do consider liking and subscribing. And as always, I hope you have a very nice day.